Hello and good evening and welcome to Goodison Park on a momentous night for Vitaly Yarmolenko. Of course, is a Ukrainian, and we wish everybody in Ukraine, and I join everybody here at Goodison Park tonight, all the Everton side straight in Ukrainian flags, and so too on the Boreham Wood side, they're carrying out Ukrainian flags as the teams emerge now to an emotional occasion here for this fifth round cup tie here this Thursday night. As Ricketts leads out his Boreham Wood side. They're coming out from the back of the Park Road stand, and there they are, 1,800 Boreham Wood supporters in the bottom tier of the Bullen stand, right below me. And there's Malenko leading out his side, Vitaly Markolenko leading out his side, captain for the night. There he is, Melklenko. Terrific ovation, and it's a tearful one. And it's for sure as Z Cars plays out around this really beautiful old ground. Goodison Park, one of English football's cathedrals, it's got to be said. And there's tears in the crowd. And with the ongoing conflicts, it's very hard to see, but it's very hard to concentrate. But Milenko will have an opportunity to lead out his troops. And Everton's side, really, that has had to be changed. There's three players out cup tied, of course. That's Dele Alli. There's Dele Alli there, and Donny van der Beek, as the teams now just get together for a moment's unity there. But whilst that's going on, let me check the two sides. But it's really nice to see that we've got all this togetherness, and we all stand here at Goodison Park tonight in honour of Ukraine, of course. Trying time for the Ukrainian public, it really is. So our best wishes go out to all those people affected by the ongoing conflicts over there. Well, Everton, as I say, three players cup tied. Dele Alli, Donny van der Beek and Amro El-Ghazi will not be able to feature in any of the cup games that should Everton get far in this competition, but they do line this lineup. No Jordan Pickford tonight. He's not even amongst the substitutes. Andy Lonergan, he takes the substitute spot. So no Pickford. He gets a rest tonight, England number one. So it's Esmir Begovic in goal. Back three of John Joe Kenny, Michael Keane and Jared Branthwaite. Then it's a midfield four, we believe, of Nathan Patterson on the right, Alan and Decore in the middle, and Malenko on the left. And then up front three tonight of Andros Townsend, Solomon Rondon and young Anthony Gordon, who's shown real promise, 3 goals already in his Everton career and really showing the goods. On the bench for Everton, Lonergan the goalkeeper, Mason Holgate, Richarlison, Alex Iwobi, a former winner of the Cup with Arsenal, Seamus Coleman, Astley, Price, Dobbin and Welsh. As for Boreham Wood, they keep the same side. It's beat Bournemouth 1-0. There was doubts about whether one or two of the players would make it there. Kane Smith, an Everton man, one of his favourite players was, believe it or not, Tony Hibbett. But he is fit enough, having missed the last 2 conference games start. So their lineup as follows, with Trey Ashby-Hammond, who plays so heroically in the last round at Bournemouth, in goal. And a back three tonight of Will Evans, David Stevens, spelled Stepheens, and Connor Stevens, spelled Stevens. And then it's a midfield four of Kane Smith, Mark Ricketts, Frankie Raymond, and Jacob Mendy. Josh Reese will play in behind as the attacking midfielder, in behind a strike force that features Tyrone Marsh and Scott Bowden. On the bench, a bit more than it was last time. We had 5 substitutes. As we just have a look at that, there's been John Lennon playing there. Imagine all the people sharing it all the world, and what a message to send out to the world on this very, very special day. And the banners there standing with Ukraine. That's Danny Hunter there, the chairman of Boreham Wood. Terrific cup run they've been on now. They're only the 10th team since the war to make it to round 5. The last 2 were non-league sides to make it through, were Sutton United and Lincoln City were then of the conference a couple of years ago. Of course, Burnley fans need not remind what happened on that fateful day in 2017. Michael Keane was in that Burnley side that day. Anyway, on the bench for Boreham Wood quickly, Ashmore, Fifield, Clifton, Conley, Smith and Ranger, the former Newcastle youngster. Okay, the referee tonight, Tony Arrington from Cleveland up in the northeast. Gary Bezic and Darren Cann are the 2 assistants. Kevin Friends, the 4th official. We have the dreaded VAR tonight. So John Moss will be in charge of affairs at Stockley Park, and Everton will be hoping for a bit more luck from him, unlike what they got on Saturday when they should have had a penalty given for what looked like a clear handball. As the players now take the knee, of course, there's never any need for discrimination in any walk of life as well as football to do with racial stereotyping. And away we go then in any walk of life, and we expect that, of course, at the TCM. So here we go, 5th round FA Cup, an ultimate game. Of course, Nottingham Forest to come against Huddersfield on Monday. The winners of that one will play Liverpool. The prize for the winners tonight will be a trip to Selhurst Park in the quarterfinals against Crystal Palace. And it's Boreham Wood in the black shirts, attacking the Greenwich Street end away to my right. Everton in blue. Ball played into the penalty area, but it's out of play. Came off a Boreham Wood player with the first goal kick of the evening for Everton with 35 seconds gone. There's Frank Lampard. He's got the fans on side. They did play well in the game against Manchester City on Saturday, without too much reward. And of course, referee chief Mike Riley has formally apologised as Marsh gets in behind, or it's Robert Smith gets in behind, gets the cross in, and it's just over the top, and it's behind for another Everton goal kick. But Boreham Wood in this first minute or so, going to make you things count, or almost make you things count. But Kane Smith getting in behind there. Good play as well by Josh Reese and all of that. Just wasn't at all good enough, but there's a great atmosphere around this stadium. And Josh Smith, an Everton fan, of course. Kane Smith, sorry, is an Evertonian. Allen stumbles again in possession, and Reese has been penalised midway inside the Everton half. I thought that was a little harsh. Just a little tug there on Allen, number 6, but let's see here in this opening 1 minute 45 here. Around that sin, Tottenham go out. Chelsea struggled to victory at Luton Town last night. Liverpool just about polished off Norwich City the night before at Stanley Park. Southampton knocking out highly fancied West Ham. I really fancied West Ham to go far in this competition this season, but wasn't to be the case this time last night. Of course, they've got Manchester City. Southampton, that should be a cracking little game down at St Mary's. See, winners of this one go to Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, of course, or Huddersfield will take on Liverpool. Crystal Palace for the winners of this one this evening. Of course, Middlesbrough up against Chelsea. It's the big draw that was done earlier on in the piece. Here comes Everton now again. Comes in from the right-hand side, but it's too close to goalkeeper Hashmi Hamidou. You may remember when we covered the fourth round game at Bournemouth, played out of his skin, made some terrific saves to keep Boreham Wood in the lead. You may remember they scored through a goal from Mark Ricketts. Control side foot with the right foot. And they held on in there and had one heck of a party afterwards at the Dean Court, I can tell you. But in order to have an even bigger party at Goodison Park, they really have to get up Frank Lampard's men early doors, and maybe an early goal might settle down. Anyway, Stevens will take the throw. That's Connor Stevens going to take the throw then. It looks like it's going to be a long one here. Down the line. Here it goes. That should be out of play and behind for a goal kick for Everton. So we have 3 minutes 40 gone here. Late commentary on the TC Hub and most platforms. JB Sports, incidentally, will not be streaming any live games until April the 8th at the earliest. If you're wondering why this game will not be on JB Sports, the channel's had a couple of copyright strikes, and Everton playing badly out of position there, and that could have caused serious damage to them, but they've kept possession really well here. And Townsend takes it on now, gets it out to the near side. And it's Branthwaite to try and get something going here. Number 32, Jared Branthwaite. Allen gets the ball through the centre. Well cut out there by number 6, David Stevens. The Corey picks the ball up. 0-0 if you've just joined us on all TC Hub, on the TC Hub here at Goodison Park. 5th round FA Cup. An ultimate match of 5th round league, of course, on Monday night. Nottingham Forest take on Huddersfield for the right to play Liverpool in the quarterfinals. It's a home draw. Ball played in there towards the penalty area. Solomon Wondon was waiting in the centre. And Mendy hits it off Patterson, who put the initial crossing from the right out for a throw. So Boreham would have survived that opening 5 minutes. In fact, Luke Garrow was saying in an interview, a pre-match interview before the start, he said he would. His tactics were essentially to break it all down into 15-minute chunks. See how they would do after 15 minutes apiece. It was the same tactic that Danny and Nicky Cowley applied when they were at Lincoln City, when they absolutely knocked the stuffing out of Burnley. And Michael Keane, who's in the Everton side tonight, was in the Burnley side that particular afternoon, and had a couple of the big chances for Burnley that day, but it wasn't to be for the Clarets. Burnley were knocked out last Premier League side to be knocked out by non-league opposition in the FA Cup. Lincoln were the first team through to the quarterfinals as a non-league side. First time since the competition was reorganised back in the late 20s. Boreham Wood bidding to become only the second team since then to achieve that feat. And if they can do it today, it would be an amazing achievement for them. They've had a great run even to get to round 5. When you look at some of the teams they've beaten, I'll run through some of those. Everton, of course, played at home in round 3, 1-3-2, ball not forward. And almost a mistake there by John Joe Kenny. And now it gives a chance for Mendy to run at the Everton line. But there's Patterson getting back there and doing terrifically well, Nathan Patterson, to get out of a cul-de-sac there. And then he's booted away to safety. But a good promising start this from Boreham Wood, the non-league side, looking to get into the Football League for the first time in their history. Town really that's famous for its film and TV history rather than its footballing admissions or history that they've got. To make some history of their own. They're certainly stars now. They're going to be stars for a night here at Goodison Park. There's no doubt about that. King knocks the ball out of play, and it will be a throw-in to Boreham Wood. Boreham Wood, who have had to go through 5 rounds to get here. They started off against local neighbours Barnet in the 4th qualifying round away, and defeated them by 1-0. Then in round 1, they beat Eastleigh at home by 2-0, and beat St Albans by 4-0, another local derby for them. And St Albans had caused a real shocking round 1 as well, so it wasn't a given. Oh, that's Rondon getting away now. Rondon now. He's got Gordon in the centre. Here's the Corey now. Chances here, and the shot comes in, and it was Malenko with the shot. Beaten out by the goalkeeper. Still might come here for Allen on the edge of the penalty area. Gets it out to Patterson on the right-hand side. Back inside he goes to Andros Townsend. He's got a good shot on it. Townsend left foot over the top into the park road stand and behind for a Boreham Wood goal kick. Vitaly Malenko nearly giving the Premier League side an early advantage here on 8 minutes. We moved this involving Rondon behind Gordon, and then Malenko hit it terrifically well. The legs of Smith. Tehash Mohammed having to get down away to his left-hand side to get it out for in fact, it went behind because Townsend had an effort just outside the penalty area, straight over the bar. Ashby Ahmed. A very good defensive side, Boreham Wood. They haven't actually conceded a goal in this season's competition. As I said, they beat Barnet 1-0, Eastleigh 2-0 at home. Then they were at home again to St Albans in round 2. They won 2-0 there. And they won, well, in fact, they won 4-0 against St Albans, I should say. Then they beat AFC Wimbledon at home by 2-0, and then they won by 1-0 at Dean Court in the last round. Everton, it's not been straightforward for them. When they were under Rafa Benitez, they were just about knocked out whole. That was after extra time. 3-2 at the KCOM, and then it was Brentford at home. And yet Frank Lampard's first game in charge as Everton's new manager, and he won by 4 goals. We won by 4-1 that afternoon at Goodison Park. The performances have been there, the results haven't. They are 2 points above Burnley in the third, fourth from bottom. 2 points above Burnley. They could have been in the bottom 3 as early as Tuesday because Burnley had a chance to get out the bottom 3 in the Premier League, but couldn't take advantage, blowing an opportunity to beat Leicester, who won by 2-0. Anderson and Vardy, the goal scorers there. Here's the shot coming in, and that's the side netting. Corey hitting the shot into the side netting from an acute angle on the right-hand corner of the penalty box. Remains 0-0 at Goodison Park in this 5th round FA Cup tie. It's got to be played to a finish this evening. No replays this season in the FA Cup to reach the congestion, but hopefully we'll have replays back hopefully next year, which I actually think replays add a bit more value to the FA Cup in my opinion. And I also think midweek football, as good as it's been this week in terms of midweek FA Cup action, I still think that you need to play these every round of the cup over a weekend. I don't think playing a 5th round game when a lot of games in midweek will help the cause. If we go back to replays, then I think let's just get the 5th round back on a Saturday or Sunday, just like it used to be. We've got to retain some values. I'd like to see the FA Cup final fall back for a 3 o'clock kickoff. And like the old days. Here's Gordon now towards the end of the area. It's Anthony Gordon. He was tripped there, surely there by Frankie Raymond, and it's a 3 kick right outside the penalty area, about 25, 30 yards out for Everton. There's no doubt that Raymond takes Anthony Gordon here. It's a slight clip, no more than that, but it is a foul. No booking for Raymond. And what can Everton do here? 11.5 minutes gone on all TCF platforms. Delayed commentary of the Everton Boreham Wood Cup game here tonight. Association with the Melon Streaming app. Check out their website, www.melonstreamingapp.com. Free kick. We also will have a player of the match in association with commentary services to come a bit later on during the commentary. But it looks like Gordon and Townsend, the 2 men committee. It's like Anthony Gordon might fancy this one, right-footed. Just to the left of centre. I'd say about 26, 27 yards from goal. Hopefully Tehash Mohammed has got a good view over that ball. It's going to need to be if one of these two's hitting it, especially Townsend. As if it's going to be Townsend, in fact, to hit it left-footed, or is it going to be Gordon? It's going to be Gordon, hit the wall. It's blocked away. Here's the Corey now. I'll get it to Patterson on the right-hand side. He'll try and take his man down the flanks, but he's lost it there to number 19, Kane Smith. Smith has lost possession. And it's been well hustled out there by the Boreham Wood defence did, as I said, had not given away one single goal in the FA Cup in each of their 5 previous rounds. And a chance here for Rondon, a terrific save, but I think he might have been offside. So even though Tay Ashby-Hammond made a smart save to deny Solomon Rondon, the former Newcastle man and West Bromwich Albion player, just seeing there that he would have been offside anyway. The ball was played, even though it was a terrific save. 13 minutes gone. Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. And Lampard looking very, very ashen face on that touchline, let me tell you. That's for Luke Garrett, who's just taking a sip of water. His team are holding on in there this opening quarter of an hour. Comes the kick from Ashby-Hammond. It's on round the corner. Down it. Can Boreham Wood just get something together here? That's Begovic. Part of the Pompey team that's got to Wembley in 2010. Part of the squad. David James was the actual #1 goalkeeper at the time. Playing the ball forward. Braithwaite playing the ball forward. Here's Allen. Back again to Allen. Michael Keane. He will not want to take non-league opposition lightly at home in the cup tie ever again after that chasing experience in Burnley colours in 2017 against Lincoln. Here's Patterson again, and he's won another corner, this time off Jacob Mendy, and it will be another corner to Everton. It's nice to see Nathan Patterson, a young lad really making strides, and a local lad too, really making strides down that right-hand channel. Dean Braithwaite and Rondon all in there, Reece Ricketts. Once the two of them try to mark up, they've gone short this time. Here's Townsend. Oh, nice little back heel. And here's another chance for Everton. Pull back, and it's wide from. I think it was Braithwaite who got the shot in. Jared Braithwaite, just to the right-hand side of the 6-yard, of the corner of the 6-yard box. It was Gordon who laid the ball back. It was a very acute angle for Braithwaite to try and knock the ball into the back of the net. But it stays 0-0. A quarter of an hour of the first half play. So far, Tay Ashby-Hammond has kept another clean. He's keeping another clean sheet. If he's going to earn a 6th clean sheet, he's going to have to earn it the hard way in this FA Cup game. Still a quarter of an hour gone. Still a long way to go yet. Yeah, it's Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. Boreham Wood, to their credit, holding on in there. It's Yarmolenko gets the ball forward, gets the ball back. Yarmolenko onto Anthony Gordon. 3 goals so far this season for Everton. Braithwaite to Key. Inside the centre circle. Just coming up to halfway. Brings in Decory. Decory gets it out to the far side. So far, Everton doing all the attacking, but Boreham Wood, I must say, have been very comfortable. There has been 1 or 2 nervy moments for Tay Ashby-Hammond, but he's looked very, very good in goal. Goalkeeper really full of confidence. Here's Yarmolenko again. You feel once more to Anthony Gordon. Gordon tries to play a 1-2. Can't get the ball through, and it's back to Ashby-Hammond. Pushes back to him, and it's not the greatest clearances from Tay Ashby-Hammond, but he's got away with it. And Gordon battling in there with Ricketts, the Boreham Wood skipper, gets the ball down the line. That should be Braithwaite's and his. As you heard on the TC Hub on Tuesday night with Trevor and Chris. A real shock, horror night for Tottenham. Harry Kane had a goal disallowed, and Tottenham went on to lose 1-0 to Middlesbrough after extra time, and a terrific finish there. It wasn't a great 90 minutes, truth be told, between the two sides. Was Peterborough got through as well. So they. Well, Peterborough didn't get through. Manchester City got themselves through. They've got a away game against Southampton. And yesterday we saw Liverpool beat Norwich across Stanley Park. Ball played in there, headed away by Stevens. And again, John Joe Kinney laying the ball in. There's no foul there. Boreham Wood can get it away. Yesterday down Stanley Park, Liverpool looked to be cruising, and then Liverpool won back for Norwich, made it a nervy finish and could have took the game to extra time. There's no foul there. Well, I think there's an advantage there, but Everton couldn't take that advantage. So Tony Harrington letting everything go at the moment. Yeah, it's going to work well. A terrific game. The same night as Roman Abramovich has announced he's going to set up Chelsea because of the ongoing conflicts in Eastern Europe involving Russia. The same night, Chelsea survived going behind twice to Luton Town and winning by 3-2. And Lukaku and Werner, struggling for goals, got 1 goal each last night. Southampton with one of the more surprising results, 3-1 over West Ham United. Here is the penultimate of the 8 games that we've got. The 8 games that have been played. 6 down, 2 to go. It's that penultimate one. The final tie, incidentally, you can hear with us on the TC Hub next on Monday night. And Nicholas Jones will be your fox in the commentary box as we feature Nottingham Forest in our coverage for the 3rd consecutive round. Featured them in round 3 against Arsenal, where I was there. 1-0 that night. Lewis Grabban with the goal. Then in the next round with Trevor and Chris. I also had Paul James with me on that momentous third round evening as well. In the 4th round with Trevor and Chris. We beat Leicester City 4-1, and now it's Huddersfield Town next in line for Forest. So it's 2 promotion contenders up against each other from the Championship, and Nicholas Jones will be your man in the TCF commentary box. Join him if you can on Monday night around about 7:30, 7:45. We'll give you dates and times anywhere nearer the time. And of course, we'll have Premier League action over the weekend for you. Hopefully we'll have Paul James will be bringing you delayed commentary of the Manchester derby for you as well. So plenty. And we wish Paul very well in his first Manchester derby as a commentator, and we'll have a live Saturday match for you as well. And I'll hopefully be bringing it to you. We're hoping it will be Liverpool West Ham, but we'll let you know in due course. Anyway, the ball played back there towards Anthony Gordon, who uses possession. There's a foul there by Gordon on one of the Boreham Wood players. It was Ricketts, the captain, and it's a free kick. So 20 minutes gone on the TT Hub, and it's still Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. It also goes without saying, folks, don't forget, if you are watching this video, please give us a like and subscribe to the TC Hub channel, because we need the subscribers. If you really enjoy our content, and who's to say you don't, if you really do enjoy what we do and what hard work that we all put in, please subscribe. There's a lot of people that watch the streams that are not subscribers, so we'd like to see you subscribe and really hit that notification bell, because then you get notified when the next games are going to come on the hub. Of course, there's no foreseeable streams being simulcast on JB Sports for the time being, at least. The reasons I've already explained on the JB Sports YouTube channel. But, also JD Football's also been affected. But we are also on Twitch as well. So if you're not a YouTuber, you're more into your Twitch, we have a Twitch channel as well, twitch.tv/the commentary hub, where you can check out the Twitch website. Anyway, 21 minutes gone here. Most CCF platforms. It's Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0 in the 5th round of the FA Cup, sponsored of course by Emirates. Evans with the throw then for Boreham Wood on the near side. And Boreham Wood get another throw. I like all that time. The ball coming off him. Going to be Smith to take it back to Kate Smith once again. Smith angry there. Smith getting around the blind side, gets the crossing. Is the Everton fan, of course. And now Everton can get it away. The crossing comes so much from Kate Smith in the end. And the ball ushered back to Tay Ashby-Hammond. Tay Ashby-Hammond kicks away right footed. 3/4 away down the field. Keane won the header. Here's Solomon Rondon. Has to be drifted out to the far side. There was a wrestling match between him and another former player. I think it was one of the Stevenses. I guess it's Connor Stevens he was standing with. It was number 6 there for Boreham Wood. Absolutely all over the back of Rondon there. Connor Stevens. free kick now from referee Harrington. So far in a good first half. Giving the game every chance to breathe. I like to see that in the referee. He's just got into the elite list this year, the Cleveland referee up from Cleveland. So, big game for him, big night for him. A real chance for the referee fraternity to get some face back in the view of some poor refereeing over the weekend in the Premier League. Of course, Chris Kavanagh was in the news for all the wrong reasons at Burnley on Tuesday at the ball played into the penalty area and it snapped away once more. Now another chance here for number 19 Robert to the ball down there. That's Mendy, I think. Number 17, I should say. Another throw then. Lampard. Well, he knows his team are in a battle now, halfway through the first half. 23, almost 24 minutes of the first half played. That'll be decided on the evening. 90 minutes extra time or potentially penalties. Tell you what, if it went to the latter two, I'm sure Luke Garrett would take that. Absolutely, for sure. At the moment, one or two Evertonians getting real restless. One or two shouts and abusive shouts at the moment from some of the Everton fans who are a bit frustrated. I think you would be if you're 24 minutes gone against, with all due respect to Boreham Wood, a more or lesser opposition. Everton's side on paper does look more than good enough to beat this Boreham Wood defence, Boreham Wood side, but Boreham Wood are very well organised. Luke Garrett has seen to that. And the ball played in there. It's away once more. It's an offside have been given. Free kick to Boreham Wood. In fact, to a full-time side, Danny Hunter had to remortgage himself during the lockdown for them to stay in that position because obviously they lost the gate receipts because of the crowds not being able to come to their stadiums. And it was hard, but he remortgaged the house, kept the club going full time. They've had this cup run, and I think his faith has really been justified, really. And they're going for promotion to the Football League. At the moment, they are more than holding their own against this Everton side. We're very much expected to win here, but there's a lot of glum Evertonian faces I'm seeing right now looking across there. And I can see a very glum Everton chairman there in Bill Kenwright. Of course, he doesn't own the club anymore. That's supposedly in the care of Farhad Mashiri. He's been something of an enigma since he took over. Not a popular man in these parts, that's for sure, but a little bit of heat off there by employing a good up-and-coming young manager, Frank Lampard, 43 years old. In fact, Luke Garrett isn't too far behind in age either. Two youngest managers in terms of management material or potential management material. Lampard, 4 times an FA Cup winner. So runner-up on a couple of occasions. Also got to the final as Chelsea manager. 2020, lost to Arsenal in the final. Yamalenko gets the ball forward. Put out by Stevens. Stevens gets the ball down towards the far side there. Ball played in by Smith. And there's the cross coming in, and it's over, everyone. It's on the roof and the net, in fact. Behind for a goal kick to Everton, but Danny Hunter on the mobile phone there. Enjoyed his night out here in the Blue Harp of Merseyside as Everton almost make a dog's dinner of trying to clear that. But Boreham Wood are onto them, hunting in packs, and it's it's been one of those nights so far. Boreham Wood not stopped running from the mud goal. It's going to be a question, maybe if it's still 0-0 going into the second half, maybe the extra fitness of Everton may well show if it remains 0-0 going into the midway point of the second half, for example. At the moment, Everton not being able to pick a way through this stubborn Boreham Wood defence. 27.5 minutes gone. Boreham Wood looking to win their second, to get through their second 15-minute game. Gary was saying in the week before this match that said he'll break this game down into 15-minute chunks. He got through the first chunk okay. It's a couple of minutes away getting through that second chunk of 15. And it's a case of getting through the third chunk to half time. It's a case of 2 chunks down, 4 chunks to go. That's a goal was scored just before the half-hour mark. Anyway, Ashby Hammond with the kick, right-footed, just drifts to the far side of the field. Kept in there, on the far side. Warmed a little bit up and under there by Stevens. Everton get the ball away. It was halfway, but it's away, and it's Kane Smith now. Everton fan, of course. Lost by Ricketts now, the captain, and now Allen takes possession inside the centre circle. Yarmolenko is in support. So too is Anthony Gordon here. Gordon will have a run at the defenders on the left-hand side. Gordon, good tackle again. No holds barred. There's no doubt about it. Evans and Gordon just having a bit of a set to here. Yarmolenko waits for the ball to be knocked back in. I don't think the Boreham Wood fans, are going to give it back. One of their fans has back in the crowd because it's Malenko. Maybe let's just get on with the game. I think. I don't believe in the necessity to get the ball back, but it's been an emotionally charged night. Malenko, the manager, taking the captain's armband for the night. Both sets of teams coming out to Ukrainian flags, holding or having a Ukrainian flag draped around their shoulders. It was a real emotional sight. But at the moment in the game itself, with half an hour gone on all the TCF platforms, delayed commentary of this 5th round cup game. It's Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. Here come Everton again, deep inside Boreham Wood territory. Comes across into the penalty area from Patterson. Here is Patterson again. Townsend takes possession. Townsend tries to get the ball back. Patterson now looking for options. Goes back to Alan. Alan turns away. Still 0-0. If you just joined us here on the TTO, where have you been? Alan lays the ball in. Gets it out to the far side. Here is Patterson. This guy has got pace and skill to burn. Townsend, who can hit shots. He hit a terrific shot against Burnley at the start of the season when Everton beat Burnley by 3-1. For a while, we really thought it was going to kickstart the Brappo era, but it wasn't to be. And the Everton natives, let me tell you now, are getting completely and utterly restless. How they're feeling right now. Joe Royal there, the former Everton manager. He's the last Everton manager, in fact, to win a trophy, the FA Cup itself, in 1995. He took over at the club where they were really in deep trouble halfway through the season, got them to 15th, got them safe from relegation, went on this terrific cup run, which got them through, got them past the likes of Newcastle in the quarterfinals, and then they beat Spurs at Ellen Road in the semi-final. They didn't just beat Tottenham, in fact, they absolutely obliterated them, and then Paul Rideout scoring the winner in the final against Manchester United. It missed out on the league the week before to Blackburn. Here comes the cross in there from Patterson. He looks a player he looks a real player. Look at him again, tracking back, helping out John Joe Kenny. Was having 1 or 2 difficulties there against Jacob Mendy. Good to see. Now Brathwaite. Gareth Brathwaite now to Michael Keane on halfway. Still 0-0 here. 32 gone. It's on the last quarter hour here on the TCO. Delayed FA Cup commentary on Thursday night. Cold Thursday night, but it's a white-hot atmosphere out time on the field. Townsend has just kept his balance and has kept the ball in play. And it's Alan now coming forward for Everton. Still 0-0. A little flick behind by Gordon. Didn't quite come off. Gives us the promising young player, Anthony Gordon, it has to be said. Ball played out towards Patterson. Oh, it tucks it down beautifully on the chest. Goes by Mendy. Now then, Patterson digs out across. Can't pick out 3 Everton blue shirts in the penalty area. King then gets possession. All out towards the far side. John Joe Kenny there. Touching it to Decore. Now back inside the centre circle. Still in the Boreham Wood half to Allen and then Brathwaite. And again takes it just inside the area, just inside the half, plays into the penalty area. Can't find an Everton player there that has gone forward, and that was Decore who'd made a run, and Ashby Aaron has another goal kick. Runners there from Amadore Decore. Imagine the 2 benches incidentally. Lonnock for Everton, it's Lonergan, Holgate, Richarlison, and well-beat Coleman, Astley, that is number 38, Price, Dobbin, and Welsh. Boreham Wood's bench, Ashford, Byfield, Clifton, Conway, Smith, and Niall Ranger, former Newcastle youngster. That's a foul. Free kick to Boreham Wood, foul by Decore. Still have a minute of the first half, plus any stoppage, injury or stoppage time. There's half of football here. Goodison Park for Boreham Wood anyway, for Boreham Wood's persuasion. But not so if you're an Evertonian. Anyway, free kick to the non-leaguers. 0-0 between Premier League Everton and National League Boreham Wood, aka the Conference. We all know it as the Conference, don't we? Or the Ranavano Conference, it used to be known. Anyway, free kick into the penalty area towards the penalty area goes, headed back again this time. Backwards from Will Evans, ball played into the area, and out came Begovic when Tyrone Marsh was closing in there for Boreham Wood. Holding on firm, the non-leaguers. 10 minutes to half time here for TCM. Everton nil, Boreham Wood nil is the scoreline. Here's Michael Keane now for Everton. Gets it over halfway. Townsend is there. Looks like he was fouled, but the referee allows it to go on. Now Kenny gets it out to Patterson. He's had a good first half for me. My money, the player of the match so far. Always been a willing worker, always been a willing runner. Absolutely superb in all facets of play in this first half. But Everton haven't been able to carve out a goal despite his very creative play. Townsend now linking up with Patterson again. Goes, uses John Joe Kenny. Now uses Keane. Everton have it deep inside Boreham Wood territory. Attacking with every number. Boreham Wood have brought 7-8 players back behind the ball. Here's Gordon as he whips across it, and it's a dangerous one. And Ashby having to turn that away, and it was held up by a defender. Anthony Gordon there with a cross-come shot. Ashby Hammond having to see that very, very late in the rain. Not easy, skinny surface as well. It would have bounced up a bit in front of him. And Ashby Hammond doing terrifically well. Gordon takes possession. Cuts inside from the left. Uses Allen, gets it out to the far side. All crossed into the penalty area. And drops away once more. A difficult match so far. 4 Evertonians out there. Still 0-0, but plenty of optimism for Boreham Wood as each second ticks by this first half. Can they get to half time? 9 minutes away from completing their third segment of 15 minutes. Yes. The cross coming in from Patterson. Taken down on the head by Decore. Into no man's land. It's cleared away by Boreham Wood. We've had 37 gone. Still 0-0. Boreham Wood get the throw. For Frank Lampard here. Just not best pleased. Any Everton manager would actually, to be perfectly honest, if their team was 0-0. They've never lost a non-league opposition at Goodison Park. I think that's 4 games back in 1975 against Altrincham, which ended up Everton winning, I think, in a replay at Old Trafford. In those days, you needed about 5 replays to get through an FA Cup game. So, always good for the spectators, but good for players, I don't think. These were fortunately for everybody. Likes a good cup replay. You don't go to 5 replays anymore. It has to be decided on the evening at the moment. So it don't look as if they're going to break down this Boreham Wood defence, who haven't conceded one single goal in 5 FA Cup games so far this season. Barnet, they kept a clean sheet. Eastleigh, they kept a clean sheet. St Albans definitely kept a clean sheet in a 4-0 win. FC Wimbledon, they kept a clean sheet. And Bournemouth, they kept a clean sheet. That was thanks to their goalkeeper that night, Ashby Hammond. Ball played towards Taiwan Marsh, but he was knocked out of it once more. 0-0, Everton have it halfway. Allen now comes forward, goes towards halfway. He's over halfway, still inside the centre circle though. Allen looks to get Townsend into it. Gets the roll out to Townsend to Patterson. Patterson just for once plays a really untidy misplaced pass, and Everton have to regroup again. Michael King gets it halfway inside his own area. Boreham Wood have got everybody back in their own half behind the ball, including the 2 strikers. Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0 in this FA Cup 5th round. Still to come on Monday night, live commentary of Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield Town with Nicholas Jones. Nick Jones will be commentating for you that night. Here is John Joe Kenny crossing. It's a deep one this time. Yarmolenko. He got it from the header away. It's Gordon. Gordon looking to get it onto that right foot. Again, running to traffic. Here comes Boreham Wood with number 7 here. Josh Reese, he did really well there on the edge of the area. Took the ball away from Gordon as he was shaping up to hit the shot right-footed. In the end, his team are throwing a bit more yardage in territory. Will Evans will take the throw in then. 3 central defenders in that Boreham Wood side. 5 to half time. Still no breakthrough here at Goodison Park. Just to remind you, we've got VAR, so Stockley Park are being used. We also used it at Anfield last night for that game between Liverpool and Norwich, and it was also used last night between Southampton and West Ham. We've got a medical emergency down below me here. This does not look good. All the 22 players are calling the medical teams on from the far side towards the near side, and it's right at just below me in the Bullens Road stand, and that is a lot of supporters stricken in the stands, cardiac arrest and the like. I remember having to cover once at being at Newcastle, and of course I covered another cardiac problem at Dagenham and Redbridge when they played Salford in round 1 in November. So this is quite serious. Let's hope the supporter served as a defibrillator. I can see being carried across the field very quickly here. Johnny Harrington quite rightly stopping the play. He's had a good first half, Johnny Harrington. He's done really good work. We're just in the lap of the gods here with the paramedics. Let's hope the medical staff and the paramedics, or whoever's on duty at Goodison here tonight, show that this supporter is saved. It's always a sad sight. We've had a lot of these. It's already happening in football. As I said, I was at Newcastle against Tottenham, and there was a real cardiac arrest. The players had to go off for something like 15 minutes, I remember. Of course, we won't forget the Christian Eriksen being in the Euros. That was another one, but I think that the medical emergency is fine, and the supporter concerned, it's okay. I'm pleased to report on his feet. And all the medics getting a good round of applause from this Goodison Park crowd. Even when your team's struggling, it was good sporting handshakes from everybody. So here we go again. Boreham Wood on the near side, looking to cause Everton a few problems in these last 3 minutes plus injury time at the end of the first half. Here's Ricketts, gets it out to Kane Smith. Back in turn now into the penalty area. Cross comes in from Tyrone Marsh, I think he was looking for Bowden in the centre, couldn't pull it back enough, and it was far too close to Asmir Begovic, and Everton survived now. They're trying to get Andros Townsend on the ball. Anderson, who's been Everton's player of the first half for me, in the reckoning for player of the match. And I have to choose one around about the 85th minute. Yeah, 3 minutes to half time. Here's Gordon. Gordon knocked the ball across. Here's Keane. Keane gets it out to the wall the far side. Still 0-0. He joined us on the TT up. Delayed commentary. Takes on Mendy. It's a good cross in, but it's just too far. It's behind for a goal and a goal kick. 90 seconds of the first half to go. Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0 in the FA Cup 5th round, sponsored of course by Emirates. Intriguing first 43 minutes of play. Good saves for Tay Ashby Hammond for Boreham Wood. Good saves there to keep Boreham Wood well in contention at 0-0 with a minute of normal time to play at the end of the first half. It's been really competitive. Boreham Wood haven't really offered too much in their attacking force, but mind you, when you're the away side and you're playing at a fast ground like Goodison Park, it's very difficult to get your natural game going. At the moment, very close now to completing the third 15-minute segment, and halfway there. So, whilst it's at 0-0, Boreham would have got every chance. This is the FA Cup competition that never fails to disappoint. That's what those were fans the other night. Stevens with a throw there. That was Connor Stevens who took the throw. Ball was knocked away there by Everton. Getting themselves a little bit in a defensive triangle, but Dean has got the ball away. Kicks out to Brathwaite. Brathwaite gets it over halfway. Typical Anthony Gordon. Gordon now goes forward. We need to stop his time at the end of the first half. Haven't had any indication yet. I'm on his arm, what she's going to be. Cross comes in from the right hand side from Patterson. We're going to have 2 added minutes, and we're into the first of those 2 minutes now. About 15 seconds into those 2 minutes. Well, I don't know what you would have got odds on Boreham Wood winning tonight. It must have been something like 28, maybe 30 to 1 outs. Siders in a 2-horse race. When you look at the calibre of opposition they're up against, Premier League quality yesterday, 17th in the league, Everton. Really, when you look at their squad on paper, it's a false position. They just haven't done enough, really. The previous regime under Rafa Benitez has not helped their season. But a good cup run can also help with the league form. Everton, a great old club they are, they've never been relegated from the top flight of English football. Got a proud record. They've come close on several occasions. 1994 and 1998 spring to mind. When they survived on goal difference. There's Mike Walker in 94. They needed the win against Wimbledon, which they did. In 98, they survived Everton both on goal difference. Here's the Corey edge of the penalty area, reached it away. That was under Howard Kendall. That was his last ever game for the club. He's passed away for Howard. The Rally Street named after him. I think that's the appropriate thing as the ball comes off. Defender there, that was Kane Smith, the Everton fan, and a corner kick. We've got about 15 seconds of the two added to play. What will be probably a goalless first half unless Everton score from this corner. I don't think Gordon will have to have his wits about him. I don't think that ball's actually right on that corner quadrant. Here's the linesman. Not really see properly on that far side. That does not look on the corner quadrant to me. Gordon sends the ball in. It's cleared away, and referee Tony Harrington of Cleveland blows for half time. So 4-1 are halfway there. 0-0 as they make their way off between the Park Road and the Bullens Road. Stand away to my far left-hand side. It's been a satisfactory first half for Luke Garrard's men. But for Frank Lampard, I think he needs to borrow Charles Ferguson's hairdryer because I think the first half really hasn't been good enough from an Everton point of view. But Boreham Wood are still in there. And if they get a chance and it's still 0-0 for as long as each moment goes by, they've got every chance in the world. Half time then in this fifth round cup tie. It's Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. And we'll be back with the second half very, very shortly. And welcome back to the second half where Richarlison has replaced Nathan Patterson. A bit harsh on Patterson, who really did play well in that first half, it's got to be said, but as the Boreham Wood side come back out and change for the second half, it'll be interesting to see how they really do get on here as an attacking force these next 45 minutes. Of course, they play Crystal Palace, the winners of this match, away in the quarterfinals. The other chance to be drawn up, Nottingham Forest or Huddersfield, who play on Monday, will face Liverpool in a home draw. Manchester City go to Southampton, and it's Middlesbrough against Chelsea. Middlesbrough have already knocked out Manchester United and Tottenham in consecutive rounds. Of course, they knocked out Mansfield in round 3 when they were twice behind then. But it's Everton to get us underway then. In blue, attacking their favourite Gladys Street end in the second half. They like to attack the Gladys Street in the second half. Of course, it's now called the Howard Kendall Gladys Street as Keane knocks the ball forward up towards the Boreham Wood penalty area. A bit of tackling there. Ricketts gets it out. And as far as Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko now trying to go around the blind side. Yarmolenko now gets the cross in. Hits the defender there, Evans, but I think it was more chest than hand. There were greater fields from the Gladys Street end like they were on Saturday. I think the difference from Saturday to here that I don't think it was a handball. I think you'll find as we see the replay, it hits Will Evans on the chest. So I think referee Tony Harrington from Cleveland made the correct decision. Just to go through the two teams then. Everton with Begovic in goal, Kenny, Keane and Brathwaite, the back three. And then it's Richarlison, Allen, Decore, Makalenko, Townsend, Rondon, and Gordon. With Boreham Wood, they're on change from the first half. Tay Ashby Hammond in goal, back three of Will Evans, David Stevens and Connor Stevens. Kane Smith, Mark Ricketts, Frankie Raymond and Jacob Mendy are in the quartet in midfield. Josh Rees will play as the attacking midfielder in behind the strike force of Tyrone Marsh and Scott Borden, who was a complete passenger in the first half as far as I was concerned. Referee Tony Harrington of Cleveland, and then the two assistants Gary Bezic and Darren Cann. Gary Friend, the fourth official. We have VAR because we're at Premier League ground tonight. Goodison Park, one of the great best ones. John Moss is at Stockley Park. Goal kick to Everton. Boreham Wood now attack the Philip Carter Park Road stand away to my left-hand side. Everton 0, Boreham Wood 0. FA Cup fifth round. The winners away at Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals. Ties to be played from the 8th and the 19th of March, incidentally. So just a couple of weeks, just over a week and a half's time before we will find out what ties will be played. It will be across all four quarterfinals on all TCR platforms. Hopefully for you there across the TCR. Well, Trevor and CW back for one of those games. I'll be back live, hopefully, for a game. One of the quarterfinals. Mike will be back as well for his cruise in Dubai. Here's a chance here now for Yarmolenko to whip a ball into the penalty area and Rondon inside the 6-yard box. Couldn't make anything of it. And in the end, Everton wasted the first big opportunity in the second half. It was Yarmolenko played it in. Yarmolenko played the ball in there. It was a lovely goal ball in there by him. Just missed Rondon inside the 6-yard box. Makalenko just getting the ball into the penalty area. As I say, it's out for a throw-in, level with the 6-yard box. Boreham Wood to be taken by Stevens. Stevens with the throw. It's kept in, I think. Darren Cann had a good view of it, just 10 yards to his left-hand side. As he looked at it there, referee, his assistant Darren Cann. Kind of crossing yellow tonight. In fact, all the officials are in fluorescent yellow this evening, which distinct them from the two teams. The referees wear black, but Boreham Wood are in the all dark strip, so fluorescent yellow is the officials there. A bunch of stewards actually wearing those refereeing kits. Tony Harrington, who's had a good game as the referee so far, as Pino Alexandros Townsend, and it's a free kick to Boreham Wood about just outside the penalty area, just the right-hand side of the penalty box, about 6 yards from the byline. the left-hand side. So still 0-0 here then at Goodison Park as the Boreham Wood supporters, as they are, all 1,800 of them, all here up from Hertfordshire to see if they can grab a terrific victory. It would be a story that would not look out of place on one of their famous film sets just down the road at L Street, where the ground is. It's just a short goal kick away. Boreham Wood famous for great shows like EastEnders and Our Feeders Empet, the first series that was filmed in L Street, not in Germany. Actually, they had the building site on the back up, I remember, many moons ago. Ball played over the top, looking towards number 9, Bowden, but which thought about throwing it. Noticed Bowden was there, then delayed it. Found Michael Keane with the throw out to the centre, back inside. It goes, the Corey now lays it through Allen, who takes it on halfway. Inside the Boreham Wood half now. Allen gets it back again. From Gordon, plays it in there towards Richarlison. Richarlison with the one there on top. Here comes the Brazilian again. Plays the 1-2 with Gordon. Gordon now into the Corey. Deep inside Everton territory. Here's Kenny with a cross into the penalty area and a chance for Rondon from 6 yards range, and he heads it over the top of the crossbar of Tay Ashby Hammond and behind for a Boreham Wood goal kick. But Everton already in this second half getting closer and closer to getting that elusive open goal, and yet still Boreham Wood in 5.5 cup have gone nearly 500 minutes. In fact, they've gone over 500 minutes without conceding a goal in the FA Cup this season. In every other game leading up to it against Barnet, Eastleigh, St Albans, AFC Wimbledon and Bournemouth, they've all kept clean sheets. Everton yet to keep a clean sheet in the FA Cup this season. They conceded 2 at home in a 3-2 win. Conceded 1 at home to Brentford when they won 4-1. Here's Bowden now for Boreham Wood. Easily muscled down a bit by the Corey, but here comes number 17, Mendy. Mendy now in towards Tyrone Marsh, and he gets the throw in, I think. Or does he? I think it's a throw to Everton. 6 minutes of the second half played. It's Everton 0, Boreham 1-0 on the TT Hub. A late commentary stream of this penultimate cup game of the 5th round, Monday night, live on TT Hub. Nicholas Jones will be commentating on Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield. Yes, we'll be featuring Forest again. 3rd round running. We'll be down for a cup tie at the City Ground. In the 3rd round, it was me and Paul James doing the commentary. Round 4, when Arsenal would dispatch 1-0. In the 4th round, we saw, as we just break off for a second, because Gordon's making his way to the area. Gordon now with his knocked away by Boreham Wood. Keeping the ball well. Brathwaite now. Here's Richarlison, far side. Richarlison now wants to take on his man. Back inside to Allen. Allen again, looking to get John Joe Kenny in behind once more. Townsend back to Allen. Still on the right-hand side. Kenny wanted Townsend rather again. Decore now looks for support. Finds it with John Joe Kenny. Round the corner it goes. Townsend's onside. Townsend right-hand side. Plays it to Kenny. Kenny now. Inside. Decore, he tried to play a 1-2. That's going to run out for a goal kick. So in the 3rd round, as I say, we're at Forest on Monday night, live, with Nicholas Jones in the commentary box. Also we're also there in the 3rd round when me and Paul James covered a terrific shock for Nottingham Forest against Arsenal when they scored a late goal through Lewis Crabbon. A game that wasn't much in it really between the two sides. Ricky's just struggled a little bit there. He's just limping a little bit. So there was that. And then in the 4th round, Trevor and Chris Whiteman in the commentary, the sports from Chris Whiteman, well, your commentators for the Leicester result. Referee not happy about the position of the goal kick from Ashby Hammond, by the way. And, Trevor Sports and Chris Whiteman with the commentary team at the City Ground. I was there too, presenting as Leicester, the holders, were dispatched 4-1. One of the great cup ties of the 4th round. And there they are now. Huddersfield Town will not relish a trip to the City Ground as the ball is not forward again. And at the moment, it's been made heavy weather with Marsh there, tangling there with Malenko on the far side, and in the Ukrainian is in some discomfort down there on that far side, I can tell you. Tyrone Marsh looks a bit perplexed. Did he thinks he's not guilty, but look, he's clearly shoved him over next to foul. And I think Marsh can't get away with that. These Everton players will not be used to playing against big, bulky players like Tyrone Marsh. People of that magnitude, Mark Ricketts, of course, who got the winning goal in the last round at Bournemouth. Oh, that was a bad ball from Brathwaite. That's the first bad ball he's played in, and the shot over the top. Half a chance there for Tyrone Marsh with his right foot. It was about 25 yards from goal. I don't think it was going to trouble Amsterdam Begovic, but Everton's playing out from the back tonight. It's just been a bit sloppy, and that could be a part of the game that Frank Lampard will want to try and get right in future months, because they've got bigger battles ahead. I know the FA Cup's a great for them, and they've got a terrific opportunity to get to a semi-final, but Premier League is what it's all about for Frank Lampard. That's where the money is. That's not doing the FA Cup a disservice. It's just the fact that Premier League now so high stakes now is to stay in it. Let alone win the thing. It's very, very difficult right now. And I really fancied Everton to do well, even when Benitez came to the club. They are a good side. They've just flattered to deceive a bit this season, and it could end up costing them their league status. Let's hope it's not the case. Keane plays the ball in there. Once Everton have a motto, Centeus optimum, which means nothing but the best. It's been anything but the best so far from Everton. Struggling to break down Boreham Wood. 55 gone. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Boreham Wood still hanging on strongly. Here's Townsend into the Corey. Back to Townsend, but again, well read again. They put superb in the midfield. It was Stevens that time. Here's Allen now, winning possession. Looking inside to Richarlison. Plays a 1-2 with one down. But once again, the Boreham Wood defenders are in there. Wayman tries to get a challenge in. The ball knocked away once more. The Corey picks it up. Looks for Kenny. Kenny inside now. Again towards Allen. The cross in there towards Rondon and the near post. And Sullivan Rondon has fired Everton in front after 56 minutes. And Everton lead at Goodison Park. To the vast relief of the crowd here, who were getting restless up until that point. And for the first time in over 500 FA Cup minutes, Boreham Wood's defence has finally been breached. But it was a patient Everton move. Allen laid it into Kenny. Kenny played the ball in first time right foot. And with the right foot, just to the right corner of the 6-yard area, in came Rondon to meet Ashby Ahmed at the near post. And it's Everton who are in front in the battle for that quarter-final berth at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace to come in later morning March. It's a terrific finish. First time he had to get there before Stevens did. Well, could Ashby Ahmed be annoyed that he got beat at the near post? Probably a little bit. The shot was just far too good. So 57 on the clock. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0 in this fifth round cup tie on the TC Hub. And relief, more than ecstasy and joy around Goodison Park. It's a lot of relief, that's for sure. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0. So the Minnows, the conference side, have got it all to do. Here's Richarlison, out to the far side. Here's Gordon, back inside again. Two waiting the penalty area. Both of them was Townsend and Rondon. It's another corner off Marsh. Now then, what can Everton cook up here? A second goal would be lovely for them, and it gives them that little bit of breathing space going into that last half an hour or so. What have the Wood Army got left in the tank, I wonder? Let's see. Corner taken short. And here's Brathwaite. Decent looking cross. King went ahead of at the far post. And over the top it went into the Gladys Street for a goal kick. But Everton now really showing their quality. And it looks as if Malkolenko might be struggling here with an injury. Oh, these haunches there, the Ukrainian. He's played really well tonight. And when you consider the problems of his homeland back home, family out there, having to flee from all this mayhem in his home country, he has had a super game tonight. He looks as if his night is run. And he's getting a humongous reception from all four sides of Goodison Park. Even the Boreham Wood fans are joining in, which is great to see. And Seamus Coleman, the club captain, takes his place for the remaining 31 minutes that remain. But what a first half. What a game. The darling Malcolm Lincoln has had. Terrific play from him and gets a standing ovation. And good to see it. Football really doing the country of Ukraine greatest of respect. And it's great to see. Respect to everybody, respect to him. And now Everton on the charge once again. They're looking for this second killer goal. And they've got Coleman in mind. Gets his first touch. Gordon is there on the edge of the area. Gordon tries to go past 2, 3, 4. Gets the cross in here. Goes for the near post again this time. Ashby Hammond pats it down onto the ground and then gathers it up at the second attempt. And Everton still lead by a goal to nil. So Solomon Rondon, who's not the most popular player around Goodison Park. Well, he needed a goal. He's got one. People criticise him still because of the quality of the opposition he's up against. And that's doing Boreham Wood really a disservice, really, as we've had 15 second half minutes played. He's still in this game, Luke Garrett's side. Luke Garrett's side are still in this game. They're still in with a chance. One goal now for them. Could get them back in there with extra time to come. We don't know what could happen. Will Evans has also been booked, incidentally. So he's got to watch his step now for the remaining half an hour or so that remains of this FA Cup contest. Ball knocked away once more. And here is number 17, Mendy. Can't get through Coleman. Does win the throwing off Seamus Coleman. So another chance for Boreham Wood. Getting yardage down that far side, near side here. And Stevens to take. Does possess a long throw-in. We saw that a couple of times at Dean Court in the last round against Bournemouth. It's Stevens' throw. It's too high there for Marsh. He nearly tripped over a small advertising board and goes out for an Everton goal kick. We've had just over 61 and a quarter minutes of the set up the game. 17 minutes almost played in the second half. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0 in the score in the fifth round of the FA Cup. Premier League leads National League. I know I should really say National League, but it is obviously. I'm old school, aren't I? When it's the fifth tier English football, you're bound to say Vauxhall Conference. I know Vauxhall don't sponsor it anymore, but it's always been known for as far as I can remember as the old GM Vauxhall Conference. Boreham Wood looking for promotion to the Football League. They're in a good position in amongst the playoff contenders in the division. But at the moment in the FA Cup, they trail Everton by a goal to nil. Goal scored by Rondon on 57 minutes. And Rondon's in behind again, but out comes Tay Ashby Hammond again, who got his angles right this time. Came out, smothered the ball, did everything correctly. And Boreham Wood, for the moment anyway, survived. 62 on the clock. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0 in the FA Cup fifth round. On TC Hub in association with the Melon Streaming app. Check out the website if you haven't already, melonstreamingapp.com. Don't forget, another FA Cup tie coming your way on Monday night with Nicholas Jones, Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield Town. And that's for a right to play Merseyside neighbours before the next round. Here come Everton again, looking for this killer second goal. Richarlison on the edge. Might get a second bite of the cherry. In fact, the referee has blown for a free kick against Richarlison. For a foul there on Rikic, who's feeling his left, bottom of his left foot, I think. And Richarlison just asking to see if he's all right. Helps Rikic up to his feet. And it is a Boreham Wood free kick. 63 gone then. This fifth round FA Cup. So Forest and Huddersfield play off on Monday for the right to play Liverpool in the quarterfinals at either the City Ground or the John Smith Stadium. The other draw, and Everton and Boreham Wood played to go away to Sellers Park in the quarterfinals to play Crystal Palace. The two ties that have already been confirmed: Middlesbrough against Chelsea and Southampton against Manchester City. Here's Townsend now for Everton. Townsend gets the cross into the penalty area. It's a deep one this time. Headed only half away. Gordon picks the ball up. Waiting into the Corey. Here comes Allen. Allen trying to lay the ball in. Corey inside the penalty area. Uses Gordon again. Gordon will take on Ricketts. Beats him for pace. Ball not back. Nearly fell for Seamus Coleman. Hooked away there by a really desperate Boreham Wood defending. Townsend tries to lay in Allen, but good defending there by number 24, Connor Stevens. And the ball goes behind with 64 minutes on the clock. It's Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0 in this FA Cup 5th round tie. Got to be decided today, or tonight rather. Also, we'll have live. Also, Paul James will have some Sunday Premier League delayed commentary as well from a Sunday afternoon kickoff at 4:30. Delayed commentary for you of Manchester United against Manchester City in the Premier League. And hopefully, I'll be back on Saturday with a commentary from the Premier League as well. So, plenty of good football still to watch out for. Of course, we'll be across the TCL for the finals. Marsh one to the corner. Tony Everton said goal kick. So here come Everton again. Played exactly 20 minutes of the second half. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0 is the scoreline. Ball played out towards Coleman on the right hand side, the near side. Coleman took too heavy a touch and it allowed Mendy to get back and the ball out for a throw-in. Deep inside Boreham Wood territory. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0. What a pleasure it's been to cover non-league teams in the FA Cup this season. This is why we love the FA Cup. This is why we loved it. It's been a nice change for me to cover a decent team like Boreham Wood. Here's Gordon through the middle from a 1-2 and out came Ashby Hammond. Narrowed the angle, saved well with his legs. Some lovely 1-2 here, played firstly with Richarlison, then back to Gordon. Played the original pass. And a good save there. And in fact, it came off Gordon's head last, and it is a goal kick, in fact, to Boreham Wood. Not a corner as I initially thought. When you see it from real time, it's hard to say. But anyway, Boreham Wood are preparing another substitution on the far side. We'll find out who that is in just a second. Anyway, Everton leading by a goal to 0. Made heavy weather of this one tonight. Lampard's men, it's got to be said. But at the moment, here's Reese now. Infield to Marsh, but he loses possession there, Marsh. And now here comes John Joe Kenny on the right-hand side. The far side as I look here at Goodison Park. Joe Kenny. Really, it's been a chasing. It was a chasing experience for Everton. They just couldn't get going in the first half. And in the second, however, they put more quality on the ball. Used the ball well to great economy. Ball played out towards the far side now. Chances here now. Getting to get the ball into the penalty box, perhaps, potentially. The Corey has it now, deep inside Boreham Wood territory. But whatever happened to Boreham Wood, it's been a terrific run. Here's Richarlison, edge of the area. Laid back by Townsend, who put the ball back brilliantly well. 67 minutes gone. Everton still leading. Halfway through the second half. 67 gone. Here's Townsend. Here's Coleman. Right-hand side. Coleman goes in field. Allen is the one being used. Ball played once again towards Rondon, who got the opening goal of the game in the 50. Early on in the second half, anyway. 57 minutes, so 10 minutes about since the first goal. So we've had 67 minutes, as I say, halfway through the second half. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0. The Corey lays the ball out and plenty of space for Kenny to run into here. It's John Joe Kenny on the left-hand side. Kenny now cuts in field. Goes back to the Corey. They appeal for half side. It's not been given. And here's Gordon into the area. Gordon now into the penalty area. Gordon shoots and it's over the top. Just to the left of the 6-yard box from Gordon's left-footed shot. It's into the Goddard Street end. And a goal kick to Boreham Wood to the vast relief of their supporters and to their players. No doubt. 68 gone. The TC Hub. It's going to be a change, I believe. Yes, it's going to be Mark Ricketts going off. And he's going to give the captain's armband to David Stevens. He's walking his way off the field. I think the fitness now really starting to show in the Boreham Wood players. I think that can be no doubt. there'll be no doubts about that as we come towards the 69th minute of the game. So Ricketts off for Boreham Wood. He's getting a hug from his manager. And on in his place is number 6, James Conley. So a real chance for Conley to see what he can do in the remaining 20 minutes. Can he produce the Oracle again and get to see level and maybe force an extra half an hour, maybe? Who knows? But let's see. Here's Richarlison now for Everton. Richarlison goes down. Free kick says Mr. Hamilton, the referee. So Everton take it quickly. Harrington allows referee Harrington allows it to go on. There was an appeal there. Maybe it wasn't taken from the wrong position. And it's going to be a goal kick to forward anyway. Anthony Gordon's had a good game tonight. Hasn't scored. He's gone into some really good attacking positions. Richarlison has made a vast difference since coming on. So here is an opportunity now. There's going to be another Boreham Wood change, we're believing. Could be well be Niall Ranger about to come on, the former Newcastle youngster. More older, but he's been through the mill in terms of his footballing career and his personal life. So as an expert being at Newcastle, he never quite lived up to him, and then personal stuff really took charge off. He's been through a lot of personal turmoil. Meanwhile, here we come, and Richarlison's going to score the second. Came off his head. He's hurt himself. But it's 2-0 to Everton. They will check it on VAR just to make sure there's no handball, but Everton for the time being are 2-0 up. The ball came off the goalkeeper. It came off Richarlison's head, and it flew into the back of the empty Boreham Wood net. Let's have a look what happened then. Ball was laid in here. It was Gordon's shot. Gordon with the shot. Richarlison's definitely onside. And it hits him on the face. Let's see if the goalkeeper actually saved this. It comes up a defender, then off Richarlison. So you see there, hits the defender, hits Richarlison in the face. Into the back of the net it goes. It came off Connor Stevens first and then Richarlison. So it's 2-0, but Tony Harrington is going to consult VAR here. And on VAR consultation, I don't think the goal is going to stand. It stays at 1-0 to Everton. Well, I must have seen a different angle to what I saw from. It looked like a perfectly legitimate goal from the two angles we saw it from. This is the problem with VAR. They need to... Well, they've got it right, but they should be seeing it from another angle. This is what happened. Hit his arm. Hit his head onto his arm. And then into the back of the net. Well, at least we got to the bottom of it. Let's look. Well, VAR's a complete mess at the moment. It's got to be said. Everton are fuming. At least Richarlison and Stevens see the funny side of things, but we have to sort this stupid VAR out. The people that are using it for starters, and the people that make the rules for VAR, they need to. I don't know. Anyway, Kane Smith. We didn't play the last two games before tonight. But I think it's all caught up with him in the end. And he's getting a nice applause from everybody around Goodison Park. A boy at Evertonian growing up, even though he's not from the city of Liverpool, but he's getting a good reception, and it's nice. Good sporting clap from the Evertonians as well. It's good to see. And on in his place, Kane Smith is. Let's see who's come on. Connor Smith, his namesake. He's a Liverpool fan, incidentally. Anyway, free kick to Boreham Wood after all that. Just about goal. 73 gone. It's now the last 20 minutes of the game. About 17 minutes plus injury time to run. At the moment it looks as if it's going to be an Everton victory, rather shouting. Owen knocks the ball down the line into the run of Richarlison. Stevens should get there first. Gaines is the goalkeeper. His touch was a bit dodgy, but he got it away again. And it's been lost there by Conley. And once again now, he can forward number 5, Will Evans, knocks it forward towards Bowden. Can't control the ball with his head or his chest. Here's the Corey on halfway almost. About 5 yards from halfway. Referee plays an advantage. Seamus Coleman in possession on the right-hand side. Uses Townsend. Still on the right-hand side. Uses Coleman. With a lovely ball in there to the Papa Decore. Decore now into the area behind Richarlison. Will Evans was covering now on the 6-yard line for Boreham Wood. And the ball now knocked back to Asmir Begovic, who, to be quite frank with you, has been a virtual spectator for most of this second half as well, which is just over a quarter of an hour to run plus injury time. Everton 1, Boreham Wood 0. Lovely ball around the corner. Gordon's in behind. Lays the cross. He's up against Reese. Gordon with a shot across the face and well held again by Ashby Hammond, diving away to his left-hand side. He's performed really well again tonight, Ashby Hammond. He's really played terrifically well, again out of his skin. But he's done magnificently. And has kept Everton to 1. But whatever happens to Boreham Wood tonight, they have not been disgraced in any way, shape or form. They've really given it a good go. They knew it was going to be difficult against a Premier League outfit, even one that's struggling like Everton. Here's Townsend into the feet of Richarlison. Richarlison on the area. Richarlison shoots at a brilliant save diving away to his left-hand side by Tay Ashby Hammond. It looked to all the while as Richarlison's shot was going in there. He might have been sneaking in the near right-hand post. Ashby Hammond couldn't be certain. He had to get across. May have been creeping in. And Ashby Hammond could not take no chances. Great goalkeeping. Quarter of an hour after this 5th round tie to go. Townsend's corner then. Goes short, in fact. Here's Allen. Allen's cross into the penalty area. And Bowen would deal with it competently. Here's Decore. And Richarlison. His goal was disallowed a few moments ago. Richarlison's shot. Oh, he hit a defender. I think it was Will Evans. Hit him full on the face, on the head. And how he stayed up from that one. Because we'll never know, but he'll never tell you the reasons why. But Richarlison hit a fierce shot, hitting him from the left-hand side. And the other day, that could have took somebody's eye out. Anyway, corner kick to Everton in front of the Gladys Street end. Probably there, and Keane really holding in there. Here comes the corner. Headed out. Only as far as Allen. Allen shoots, and it's over the top of the crossbar. Don't think it got a deflection. It's a goal kick to Boreham Wood. We played 76.5 minutes. Still 1-0 to Everton. Still anybody's game, this. Even though Everton are well in command of this second half. 1-0, it's still anybody's game for the taking. Luke Garrett knows it. One chance, that's all they might need. They can't afford a second one to go against them. Otherwise, it is game over. Mendy in possession on the forward left, but he's lost it again. And here goes Townsend down the Everton right. Mendy now gets it on the forward left. And here's a chance now for Bowden to get him behind Keane. Covering there was Kenny. Referee plays on. Keane wanted a foul there, but the referee was quite happy to play on. Giving away to Comley. Comley tries to get in, tries to get behind. It was looking for Smith. And here goes the Corey breaking through the middle. Comley, the defender in front of him. The ball now comes to Michael Keane. Still, now John Joe Kenny from Rondon's pass. We're inside the last 13 minutes for stoppage time. Keane has it in the centre circle and on halfway. Uses Allen. Allen gets it out. And the space there for Seamus Coleman. Now what can the Everton captain here provide? Gets it back to Keane, in fact. Corey, patient football this from Everton as they want this killer second goal. Here's the cross coming in from Brathwaite. Gordon gets the ball again. Well, that's over the top anyway from Gordon, but it's a goal kick in any case. But 78 gone, still 1-0. I'm wondering why this will not be on JB Sports. One or two problems with copyright with strikes. 2 strikes against us unfairly. My channel, of course, and it's also affecting JDAP Football, and for those reasons, they're not on the channels. But they're on all the TCF platforms, including Storm FM, GCF2, and and Twitch, www.twitch.tv/the commentary hub. You want to go and check out the Twitch channel. And don't forget, if you are listening on the TCM channel itself, don't forget to firstly give this video a like. Secondly, if you haven't subscribed to the content that we're rolling out on a weekly, on a daily, practically a daily basis, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to then you know when the next stream is going to be coming up. We're also on Twitter as well. It's at Commentary Live 1. Right, free kick to Everton, foul there by Mendy. Deep inside the Boreham Wood half. About midway inside the Boreham half to the right of the touch line. Taking it short. Here's the drawing out to the left of the centre circle. Still inside the Boreham Wood half. Uses Allen. He uses Keane. Keane uses Coleman. Keane was at fault for the winning Manchester City goal Saturday night. To get the ball forward once again. Allen now with there too. Everton looking to just get over Mal, boosting victory really. 10 minutes to go. It's not been a convincing victory by any stretch of the imagination. Allen again. It's it over halfway and now picks out Gordon. Richarlison. I think the flag might be up here against Richarlison. He goes in and shoots. It's side netting. I think the flag might have been up against Richarlison anyway from assistant Darren Can. Indeed it was. It is throwing a goal kick to Boreham Wood. 7 minutes left to play. Nearly 81 minutes and still Boreham Wood have a chance. 1-0 in the FA, 1-0 down, FA Cup. You never know. You just never know. I have to say, Tony Harrington, full marks to the referee from Cleveland. He's had a fantastic night, and I think I tell you what, he struck a good blow back for the referee fraternity. Nice to see a referee really give it a good chance to flow. Free kick has been awarded to Everton now. 9 minutes left, 81 minutes played. Second Everton goal will see them through to a quarter-final with Palace. Remember, Forest or Huddersfield will play Liverpool. Middlesbrough play Chelsea at the Riverside, and Southampton versus Manchester City at St Mary's is the fourth quarter-final. This is for the winners and away trip to Selhurst Park. Ties to be played from the 19th of March onwards. Here's Rondon into the area, uses Gordon. Gordon is Brathwaite on the elbow, gets the crossing. Brathwaite will try again. Kenny Robin will try again. It's another throw into Everton. We've got 8 minutes now exactly to play. 8 minutes exactly left to play. Everton 1. Boreham Wood now in the FA Cup fifth round. Sponsored of course by Emirates. And with the throw-in. Again, uses Kenny once more. Here's Anthony Gordon. Gordon to Townsend. Deep inside Boreham Wood territory. Just about found Kenny. Pass from Townsend. In forward field to Gordon. And they're going to play to the right hand side. It's Keane to Coleman. Coleman back to Keane. Keane uses Townsend, and now the ball is with Allen. Ball back inside. Gordon to Richarlison. Richarlison on the far side. What a tackle that is from Rees. Goal saving tackle. It's a corner to Everton, but Richarlison was about to pull the left foot there. Was about to pull the trigger and finish the match off in style. But back came Josh Rees, who got a good foot in there. That's a great tackle there. As Richarlison had drawn the left leg back for the shot. And the shot. Corner again. Here's Townsend now. Up on the right. There's the cross into the penalty area. Rondon's header. Great save, was it? They are checking on the goal line. 90 to go. And it's 2-0. And it's Rondon again. 83.5 minutes gone, and despite a great attempt from Tay Ahmed to keep it out on the line, the Hawkeye technology people have said that's crossed, and that's good enough for Everton. They go 2-0 ahead. It's tough luck, and Boreham Wood have given a great account of themselves, but maybe, just maybe, that bit more Premier League quality has just risen to the surface, And seeing the replay again, there's no doubt about it. That's behind the line. That's a fairly simple task for the goal line technology. And there's no dispute there. Ashby Hammond was behind the line. The ball was behind the line before Ashby Hammond got anywhere near it. And the goal quite rightly given. And it's 2-0 to Everton. Rondon with both. 6 minutes from the full time. Solomon Rondon making it 2-0 against Boreham Wood, who have really given themselves a good account of themselves, but on the night it's going to count for very little now. It's been a terrific run all the way to the 5th round. But when it's come to the crunch, Everton's bit of quality in the end just shone through to the surface, but they won't give up yet. Here comes number 19 now. Okay. Number 10 now, sorry, Tyrone Marsh. Can't get there and it's out of play. So it's Everton 2, Boreham Wood 0. Everton about to make a substitution. No, the game's now done. 5 minutes to go. And Anthony Gordon, who's certainly performed magnificently. And in fact, I'm going to start, I think I better give my player of the match. I'm going to give it, in fact, to Anthony Gordon. He's been absolutely amazing. Lewis Tomming comes on, but it's Anthony Gordon who's going to get the player of the match. He's made some terrific runs. He's looked a threat every time. Yes, he hasn't scored. I'll tell you what, he's had a good second half. Rondon was in there for 2 goals, but we've got to give the honours to the young lad Anthony Gordon. He's a terrific young talent. And if Frank Lampard can nurture him properly like he did the likes of Mason Mount and people of that ilk, there's no doubt at all that he'll have a really blossoming career at Goodison Park. I'm also going to see Welsh that's going to come on now. Welsh, well, as I said, Dobbin has just come on. We're also going to see Price, number 60, and number 64, Welsh. We kick to Boreham Wood, and Begovic comes through the crowd. Then we have blue Everton shirts. Catch the ball cleanly. 4 minutes of the game to go. So Everton sailing through as it stands now to the quarterfinals to play Crystal Palace. But whatever happens now, Boreham Wood can be proud of their achievements. To get to the 5th round as a non-league side, it's a terrific achievement. Here's Rondon, but the flag is up on the near side. Mr. Can straight away putting up the flag. He's had a good match tonight, the linesman Darren Can. He's really run the line superbly. He did straight away. Rondon was offside, but the referee just allowing it to go on anyway. Owen now gets possession. Back to Begovic was cut off there by a couple of Boreham Wood players on the scene. And here go Everton again. Less than 3 minutes now to play. 3 minutes exactly now to play. In fact, here's the interception again, and it's Rondon again. He's having a good second half. This now he missed out to Gordon in the play for the vote for the player of the match award, but certainly Everton have not let themselves down at any point tonight. They kept going, but Boreham Wood have looked a very good proposition as well. But good teasing run down the back again. Can Everton finish this off? And it'd be harsh on Boreham Wood. I prefer we scored. Allen trying the right-footed shot. Goring has it on the far side. And here's Dobbin. Laying it in there. The chance is still landed here. It's going to be Coleman who goes down. 3-kick Everton. With Coleman winning that particular free kick. It's Smith. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was Stevens. It was Connor Stevens, in fact. We're going to see a couple of changes for either side now. 22. Now Ranger is going to come on as well. I think we're going to see Fifield as well come on. That's King off. Good match as well. So Michael Keane and Allen are the 2 Everton players off. Isaac Price and Reece Welch are the 2 men on now for Everton, who are just 90 seconds plus injury time away from a victory. We're going to see number 14, Practice Preston, and Niall Ranger about to come on. And sure who's coming off yet. Tyrone Marsh and Scott Bowden. So it looks as if it's like for like a pair of strikers for another pair of strikers. It's surprised to me see the ball go up there, but they know their game's up and Kevin Friend. Do you think they'd be in front the way they were taking their time over that? Anyway, Adrian Clifton and Noah Ranger at both on. Anyway, so we've ended the last minute of the 90. And we'll get the fourth of the viewpoint now. Can Everton finish with a flourish here? Being harsh on Boreham Wood if it was going to see the third one at this stage. Mega harsh on them, but let's just see. Townsend and Richarlison, the two-man committee. Richarlison maybe with the right foot. It is going to be Richarlison with the right foot. Oh, he's placed it over the top. It's a poor free kick from Richarlison, but well, Everton have had the ball in the back of the net 3 times tonight. 2 have countered. 1 by goal line technology. But it's allowed by VAR to come off Richarlison's hand. Some of the London, in fact, has been given the actual man of the match award from television, ITV. And player of the match is still going to be Anthony Gordon. As we had to look, if I'm picking a player of the match in the game that I'm covering, I try and look beyond just the goal scoring. It's easy to pick a goal scorer, really, but the striker's the man of the match. But really, when you're looking for a player of the match, you've got to look at the work rate and dedication. And Anthony Gordon impressed me immensely. Let's see who gets the player of the match. Not so long ago, we get the TV award. Meanwhile, inside the first of 3 minutes now at the end of this second half. But Boreham Wood have been magnificent and have really flown the flag for the non-leaguers. And they've really done well. Them and Kidderminster, the Harriers, who bowed out to Premier League opposition at home in the last round to West Ham, have really given non-league football and footballers in general something really good to aim for in terms of trying to win promotion and trying to get into the Football League. It's, of course, a former Football League club. Certainly fell into real disrepair, but they're fighting again now. Here's Coleman, but thinking of all the money they've earned now. Television campus ties Boreham Wood. And sellouts as well. A lot of money from this cup run. The ball was played in there by Coleman. London looking for the hat-trick, heads it goalwards, but he hits it in the arms of Dre Ashby Hammond, who's played again exceptionally well for Boreham Wood this evening. He's done terrifically well. On 1 minute 20 of the 3 minutes left to play. So, as things stand, the draw will be as follows. Crystal Palace against Everton. Nottingham Forest or Huddersfield Town against Liverpool. Middlesbrough against Chelsea. Southampton against Manchester City. That's to be played on the 19th of March if we missed the draw. We will be seen. Been a good night for Everton, as it's turned out, but it's been a good one for Boreham Wood. It was their cup when the draw was made and they beat Bournemouth. They knew it was going to be their cup final. They haven't disappointed at all. Yes, they're going to lose. There's been no disgrace in that. 30 seconds now of their cup adventure to go. And I'll tell you what, they've beaten some good teams along the way. Barnum in the fourth qualifying round. Eastleigh then 2-0. St Albans 4-0. Wimbledon 2-0. Bournemouth in the last round by a goal to 0. But it wasn't to be their night tonight. And Everton, barring accidents now, they'll keep their first clean sheet of the cup run. The clean sheet is very vital for Frank Lampard's team. They've got to try and avoid relegation as well. The cup quarter final to look forward to now. Later on in March. Coleman now back inside. And there goes the final whistle from referee Tony Harrington. But it's Everton's night in the end, but what a game performance from Boreham Wood. And Luke Garrett's men can be proud of their efforts, even in defeat. Everton, in terms of what they had in quality compared to their non-league opponents, just had far too much quality. 2 goals from Rondon won it. And I have to give a mention to our player of the match, Anthony Gordon, who really ran the show in the second half with his work rate in industry. Special mentions to Taby Ashby Hammond, who really played out of his skin. It didn't really offer too much threat to the Everton goal tonight, Boreham Wood, but what they lacked up front, they gave a lot in spirit. Well, spirit may not have been enough for Boreham Wood tonight, like it was in the last round. And I'll tell you what, they have won a lot of admirers and a lot of friends. And they'll be swapping shirts with these Everton players come the end, but it's not to be forever. It's not for me to Boreham Wood. They're not going to be a second non-league side in the hat since the FA Cup was reformed into its present phase since the 1920s. They're not going to emulate Lincoln City of a few years ago. But they've won a lot of friends and have shown a lot of character. It just wasn't enough against a very ruthless Everton side, as it turned out in the second half. Full time here then at Goodison Park. Everton are through 2-0 winners. So just quickly, the fifth round draw before we leave you. So it's Crystal Palace against Everton, Nottingham Forest or Huddersfield Town, who play their fifth round match on Monday, a game you can hear live on the TCO. We'll play Liverpool at home. Great opportunity for one of those two sides to get another big tie at home. And then we've also got Middlesbrough. They host another big team in Chelsea. They'll go there. Chelsea with a bit of trepidation, knowing that Middlesbrough knocked out Manchester United in the fourth round at Old Trafford and knocked out Spurs a couple of days ago in this round. And it's Southampton who beat West Ham against Manchester City at St Mary's. So that's the story then in the FA Cup. Be sure to join us over the weekend for Premier League action, and then a live match on Saturday, and then the Manchester derby with Paul James on Sunday as well. But and then the FA Cup coverage comes to an end on Monday night. Nicholas Jones bringing live alternate commentary on the TCO on Nottingham Forest against Huddersfield Town. That's all coming up. But don't forget, please leave a like, please subscribe to the TC Hub, and hit that notification bell, please. We would love it if you could do that. But for me, JB, on a night where it was never to be for Boreham Wood, it was an heroic effort, a brave effort, but not a winning effort, unfortunately. 2 goals from Solomon Rondon in the 57th and 83rd minute, enough to see Everton through to the quarterfinals. They'll beat Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals. Goodison Park from me, JB, on the TC Hub. Good night to you all. Good night.